Welcome back to my YouTube channel, that is at BartlikBartlik YouTube channel uh, for construction basic knowledge. So today we are going to have a topic on CAISSONs. So we are going to have a topic on CAISSONs. So we will understand what a CAISSON is, and as you can remember from our previous video, that is on underwater construction techniques, we said one of the methods used is, or one of the techniques used is using CAISSONs. So today, our topic today, we are just going to elaborate on what a CAISSON is and how it is used, its definition, its advantages, and the key takeaways of CAISSONs. So as a cornerstone modern construction, CAISSONs serve a vital role in establishing strong and stable foundations. That's for various structures, and structures such as bridges. We have even skyscrapers and other buildings. So the CAISSON foundation offers a solution, that is for creating deep foundations. Remember that CAISSON is also classified under deep foundations. When it comes to types of foundations, CAISSON is classified under deep foundations. So the CAISSON foundation, it offers a solution for creating deep foundations, that is in challenging conditions, while ensuring the structural integrity of the completed project. So the key takeaways: CAISSON foundations offer a solution for strong, stable, and durable foundations, which contribute to the structural integrity of construction project. So various types of CAISSONs, we have got various types of CAISSONs, and include open CAISSON, closed CAISSON, box CAISSON, and we have pneumatic CAISSONs. So they cater to different applications and requirements. Compared to pile foundation, CAISSON provide distinct advantages and design features that make them more suitable for certain construction scenarios. So advancement in CAISSON technology continue to drive innovation and efficiency, that is resulting in enhanced performance and safety in the construction industry. So let us understand CAISSONs in construction. So in order to grasp the importance of CAISSON in construction, it is essential to first understand the basic of a CAISSON foundation and how it compares to other foundation types such as piles. So before we continue, let me just show you, as you can see, our picture. That is a CAISSON. That is what we mean by a CAISSON. Let us define the basics of a CAISSON foundation. In definition, we will say that a CAISSON foundation, it acts as a watertight retaining structure. It is typically reinforced with steel for added strength. And caissons are often drilled shafts. They are often drilled shafts which are installed to a suitable bearing stratum, that is beneath weaker upper soil layers. So by doing so, they ensure optimal stability for large structures and prevent differential settlement, which could lead to structural damage. Yeah, so that is basically what or how I will define a caisson. A caisson, I've said it's just a foundation that acts as a watertight retaining structure, and typically reinforced with steel or added, that is for added strength. It is normally reinforced with steel, that is to add its strength. And caissons, they are often drilled shafts which are installed to suitable bearing stratum beneath weaker upper soil layers. So that is what we mean by caisson. So again, let me show you what a caisson is. So observe the picture carefully so that you can understand what we are talking about. And I've said that when it comes to foundation classification, a caisson is classified under deep foundations. So caisson is one of those deep foundations. So let us compare, or rather we talk about caisson compared to pile foundation. So caissons are more suitable when sufficient bearing soil lies beneath weaker surface layers. And they are installed by drilling down and placing a watertight structure in the excavation. On the other hand, piles are a series of columns. Piles, they are a series of columns that are driven into the ground using a pile driver. So this installation method can sometimes make piles a more suitable choice when there is no need to sink a large structure like a caisson. However, both systems play significant roles in providing strong, stable and durable foundations for a wide range of structures. So that is what I can say if I would compare a caisson foundation to a pile foundation. Caissons, I've said that they are more suitable when sufficient bearing soil lies beneath the weaker surface layers, and they are installed by drilling down and placing a watertight structure, in the excavation. So like for example, when we are doing an underwater construction, so you see I said a caisson is a structure that is prefabricated onshore, that is outside the water area, and then it is transported into the desired construction area in the water, and it is immersed inside the water, whereby it will displace the water, and then it will provide a conducive construction area that is within water. So it is driven. And it could be made of steel or concrete. So that is what we mean by caisson. And also, for example, when it comes to this other normal construction that is outside water, it is a foundation that is drilled. It is drilled, and then reinforcement is placed inside, and then concrete grout is placed. So that is what we mean by, or rather that is how I would compare a caisson to a pile foundation. So I hope you may understand Now you are able to understand what a caisson is and what is a pile foundation is. So let me just repeat through it again. I've said that caissons are more suitable when sufficient bearing soil lies beneath the weaker surface layer, and they are installed by drilling. Caissons are installed by drilling down and placing watertight structure. So it is a watertight structure placed by drilling. While piles are a series of columns. These are a series of columns, as you can see in the picture. So these are series of columns that are driven into the ground using a pile driver. A pile driver, it could be, let me say, a hydraulic hammer. Yeah, a hydraulic hammer that drives the piles into the ground. All right. So that is what I could say. That is comparing a caisson to pile. But our focus here is we are focusing on caisson. So, and I'm just reminding you, a caisson is classified as deep foundations as well. The various types of caissons and their applications. So we are going to talk about that, the types of caissons and their applications. So these drilled shafts, they are versatile foundation structures with several types. So they are designed for different construction scenarios. Understanding the variations and their application is crucial to selecting the appropriate caisson type for a specific project. So number one type of caisson is we have an open caisson, or let's just talk about open versus closed caisson. We have an open and we have a closed caisson. So open caissons are hollow structures with an open bottom, providing resistance against soil or water inflow, that is during construction. So I've said that an open caisson, they are hollow structures with an open bottom, providing they do provide resistance against soil or water inflow, that is during construction. And also, as you can see in the picture, this is what we mean by an open caisson. So they are typically used when the soil at the installation depth is stable and allows for straightforward excavation. So on the other hand, closed caissons features a bottom seal. It features a bottom seal whereby the bottom is sealed, it offers a greater resilience when water must be expelled. So the seal prevents water intrusion during the sinking process, so making them suitable for projects in deeper water or in locations where the soil is unstable. So for the closed caisson, it is in a simple language or in a simple terminology, it is closed at the bottom. All right, let us now jump to the next type of caisson, which is a box caisson. So a box caissons, these are prefabricated watertight structure with reinforced concrete. It is a prefabricated watertight structure with a reinforced concrete box or a steel shell filled with concrete. Again, in our illustration, you can see what we mean by a box caisson. So I've said box caissons, these are prefabricated watertight structures with reinforced concrete box or a steel shell filled with concrete. And as you can see in the picture, that is what we mean by a box caisson. So these types of caissons are favored when the bearing strata are shallow. So when the bearing strata are shallow, this type of caisson is favorable. Is favorable, and the loads are relatively lighter. That is to say. So common applications for these box caissons include well foundations, bridge piers. We could use them on bridge piers, and even building foundations in some cases. So that is about box caisson, and you have seen, or you can see in the picture, that's what we mean by a box caisson. So let us jump to the next type of caisson, and this is known as pneumatic caisson. Pneumatic caisson, that's the next type of caisson. So when it comes to pneumatic caissons, these pneumatic caissons are they are form of closed caissons that utilize compressed air. That is to enable underwater construction in challenging environments. With their watertight chambers and controlled pressure, pneumatic caissons allow workers to excavate and construct foundation in locations where traditional open and closed caissons might be unsuitable. And this specialized caissons type is employed. It is employed in projects with a significant water inflow. The deep bearing strata or potentially dangerous gaseous environment. Yeah, so this is what I can say about pneumatic caissons. I've said that pneumatic caissons they are a form of closed caissons that utilize compressed air. That is to enable underwater construction in a challenging environment. Again, in the picture you can see what we mean by pneumatic caisson. This is what pneumatic caisson looks like. So I've said that these pneumatic caissons, they are form of closed caissons that utilize compressed air. That is to enable underwater construction in challenging environment. And with their watertight chambers and controlled pressure, pneumatic caissons, they normally allow workers to excavate and construct foundations in locations where traditional open and closed caissons might be unsuitable. All right, so if we can again remind ourselves, we have talked about open and closed caisson, we have talked about box caisson, and we have talked about pneumatic caisson. So let us talk about the role of caissons in ensuring structural integrity. The role of caissons, that is in ensuring structural integrity. Structural integrity is a vital, that is for the safe and long-lasting performance of any building or infrastructure. So caissons with their formidable bearing capacity ensure that the structures they support remain stable, especially in challenging environments such as those with weak soil layers or below water. In circumstances where the soil might swell, these drilled shafts serve as a formidable defense and safeguarding the overlaying structure from potential damage. Yeah, so some key features of caissons that contribute to the overall stability of large constructions, they include stable foundations, whereby caissons create deep and secure foundations. That's by reaching load-bearing strata that's below weak or compressible top layer of soil. And then also high axial and lateral load resistance. High axial and lateral load resistance. Caissons can efficiently transfer loads to the soil, maintaining the large structure support they provide. So another one that we could also talk about is resistance to differential settlement. Resistance to differential settlement. And caissons help prevent uneven settlement, that's between different parts of structure, which could lead to severe damage or even collapse. And then we have stability. So when properly installed and engineered, caissons ensure steadfast support to the structures they uphold, and effectively resisting environmental pressure and natural disasters. All right, I think up to that point we have understood what we mean by caissons, the types of caissons, the role of caissons, that is in ensuring structural integrity. I think we are doing well. And please, for those who haven't subscribed, please stay tuned by subscribing for construction basic knowledge. And let me just remind you again, today we are talking about caissons. The topic of today is about caissons. All right, let us continue, and let's now talk about the installation process of caissons. The installation process of caissons, though installing caissons is a complex process that demands expertise and precision from caissons contractors. This is crucial for, it is very crucial for ensuring the structural integrity and stability of buildings and bridges supported by caissons. So number one, site preparation and initial steps that we could talk about when we are doing caissons is that the first step in caisson installation involves preparing the construction site. This includes removing any obstructions, setting up initial forms, and pouring concrete into these forms. And the caissons will then be floated and sunk along the guides established, that is during site preparation. And this process is essential for ensuring accurate placement of the caisson while also maximizing its load bearing capacity. Yeah, so let's talk about again pouring concrete and sinking the caissons. So for now we are talking about the installation process, and I've talked about the site preparation. Now number two, I'm talking about how concrete is poured and how we sink these caissons. So once the site is prepared and the caisson is placed accurately, more concrete is poured into the forms, that is to increase the structure's weight. And this added weight causes the caisson to sink and eventually reach the riverbed or the specified depth that is on the ground. And at this point, caisson excavation continues until the predetermined depth is achieved. And then lastly, concrete is poured into the dredge wells, and then located at the bottom of the caisson and then sealed. So this completes the caisson installation process. So let me just repeat for the purpose of those who didn't get it clearly. I've said that once the site is prepared and the caisson is placed accurately, So more concrete is poured into the forms, that is to increase the structure's weight. And this added weight causes the caisson to sink and eventually reach the riverbed or the specified depth on the ground. And at this point, caisson's excavation also continues until the predetermined depth is achieved. And lastly, concrete is poured into the dredge wells and located at the bottom of the caisson, and then sealed. It is then sealed. So this completes that caisson installation process. Let us talk about advantages of opting for caissons in construction. Advantages of opting for caissons in construction. First and foremost, caissons can minimize the need for pile caps and other expensive foundation elements. That is resulting in cost-effective construction projects. And additionally, caissons can adapt to varying site conditions, ensuring a versatile and tailored foundation regardless of soil properties or environmental challenges. Another key advantage of caisson is their reduced noise and vibration, that is during installation. Unlike more disruptive methods like driven piles, caissons can be constructed with less impact, that is on the surrounding environment, making them a more considerable choice that is for both urban and sensitive ecological setting. And with a high axial and lateral loading capacity, caissons are exceptionally suitable for supporting heavy structures. That is ensuring stability and longevity. And this is particularly relevant in large-scale construction projects such as skyscrapers and bridges, where a reliable foundation is paramount. So those are a few of advantages that I can mention about caissons. Let me just repeat through them again for the sake of our viewers, or for the sake of our viewers in our channel, is that caissons can minimize the need for pile caps and other expensive foundation elements, that is resulting in cost-effective construction projects. And I've said that additionally, caissons can adapt to varying site conditions, ensuring a versatile and tailored foundation regardless of soil properties or environmental challenges. And then advantage number 2 is that advantage of caissons is their reduced noise and vibration during installation. Unlike more disruptive methods like driven piles, caissons can be constructed with less impact on the surrounding environment. That is making them a more considerable choice for both urban and sensitive ecological settings. And our last advantage is that With a high axial and a large loading capacity, caissons are exceptionally suitable for supporting heavy structures, ensuring stability and longevity. So this is particularly relevant in large-scale construction projects, such as maybe skyscrapers and bridges, where reliable foundation is paramount. So for a recap, is that for a recap on our today's topic on caissons, is that at least we have understood what caisson construction is. We have defined what caisson foundation is, and remember, there is a video that I did about types of foundations, and if you can refer to that video, you will find that caisson is classified under deep foundations. Caisson is classified under deep foundations. It's a type classified under deep foundations. And we have also discussed, today we have discussed about the types of caissons, whereby I've said we have open or closed caisson. Also, it is shown in the picture, you can see. We have a box caisson. We have a pneumatic caisson. And I've said how they are done and how they are installed, and also I've also talked about their role in ensuring structural integrity. So that is all about caissons for today. And for those who haven't subscribed, please subscribe for more construction basic knowledge. And please don't forget to like, share, and comment. Thank you.